Should I raise my car? My car is too low and hitting all the bumps on rough roads. Hey guys, without a doubt, our roads are really terrible, especially in the new residential areas that people are building their houses or living or renting. Our roads are really crazy. And the worst of the worst is when the people who live along those roads add those humps which are sharp and just bang the car and you feel like that thing has just hit your spine. Well, let's solve the raising thing once and for all. Raising your car is more technical than you think. Just raising your car using spacers, which I think each of them costs about 25,000, is the least safe thing to do. Guys, here's the thing. When you're buying a car, safety must always be your first priority. And when you buy these cars, they've already been engineered by all those engineers in those companies, knowing that it should not go beyond this height or below this height, and these are the recommended tire sizes and etc. So when you get the car here and you just put spacers on it, you're putting your life at risk unless you promise yourself that you're going to drive your car for just a short distances around town and drive the car slowly. But the first recommendation you must do when you buy your car and you're struggling with ground clearance, buy bigger tires. Bigger tires is the first thing you need to do. Do it like a phased kind of practice. Buy bigger tires, see whether that is working for you, because the company has a recommended minimum and maximum tire size. Thereafter, if the tires are still too small for what you want to achieve, then you can buy different wheels. Wheels, I mean rims. Go on the market, look for rims that are bigger in size. They also raise the car's clearance. If that still is not working for you, then the second most recommended method is changing your springs and shocks, or you change your coil overs. That's what they call them for some cars, just to get longer ones, so that your car is raised but still with the properly engineered stability abilities that it has. The last recommendation definitely is that one, where you use spacers. But the spacers, you see what happens is the spacer is put between your spring and shock absorber and the car. So it means now the tires are at a lower level. However, your car is at a higher level. So it's like me putting on. It's like, think of it like you have a recommended sole of shoes, sole size that you're supposed to wear, but then you wear these shoes that are thicker sole, that like a thick sole like this, and the sole is sort of like that. So if somebody pushed you, if you walked along a surface that is sort of like this or like this, then you find that you'll have a challenge of falling down. So if you're thinking of raising your car, consider recommendation 1, which is bigger tires, bigger wheels. Then option 2, which is springs, longer springs which have a longer clearance, and shocks which have a bit of a longer clearance. Then the last option should be the spacers. But just remember, cheap is expensive, and that could also be the reason why we have when you find the smaller cars that are in accidents and they say the driver lost control, usually it is a raised car which has spacers. So think about it before you make that decision. The other thing that I want to talk about actually is the cars that are raised. When you're driving your car and it has been raised, you might have to drive a bit slower than you shouldn't be that pedo thirsty driver, because that could also lead you into another problem called a crush. Another tip for another day. Thanks guys for watching.